Moving on to an attack in Bashar al-Assad's coastal stronghold of Latakia. We're getting reports of at least 22 people being killed. Let's go now to our correspondent in the region, Adam Plett. Adam, what more can you tell us about today's blast in Latakia?
Well, as you said, 20 plus people are said to have been killed, as well as 60 or more injured. This took place in, as you said, the coastal Syrian town of Latakia, which is the traditional stronghold of the Alawites within Syria. Now, that's the same religious group that Bashar al-Assad comes from, so also the heartlands of his support, if you like. And up until now, this really has been a relatively peaceful area of Syria, insofar as it's mostly territory that is being held by government forces. Although recently there were advances in Idlib province towards these areas. Part of the reason, in fact, it's believed that the Russians stepped in with airstrikes because it was looking as if those forces are getting dangerously close to these stronghold areas of Bashar Assad. But it's not the first time that there have been strikes like this in the town, but they've usually been one-off car bombs and the like. It's very unusual, even up until this point, to have had such large attacks. This one, a rocket attack, believed to have been a mortar attack on the city that killed so many people.
Also today, Adam, fierce clashes around an airbase near Aleppo. Has the government made any progress against Islamic State militants there?
Well, this is part of a larger offensive by the government, backed by Hezbollah, Iranian militia, and those same Russian airstrikes to retake areas south of Aleppo, and they have had some success. Recently, they retook the major supply route into the town from the south, recently from the Islamic State group, and then they've made progress, it seems, today and recently in a battle around an airbase that had has for the last 2 years or so been surrounded and under siege by opposition forces, including the Islamic State group. Now, there had been reports earlier today that those forces trying to break that siege, in other words, the government, the Syrian army, Hezbollah and Iranian militia, that they'd actually been able to get into the base, which is under siege itself. But those reports were then denied by the government. By state television, rather. So it seems that that's not the case, and that the battle there is going on. But it is an important one for the government forces there, as they try and retake areas south of Aleppo from the Islamic State group and other rebels in that area.
Thanks very much for that, Adam. Adam Plett reporting.